If the next knife on your list to purchase is one you can't even pronounce, go ahead and hit that like button.
I was knocked down, heard the countdown through the haze in the face.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, JPM.Cuisine. Today for you, we've got an unboxing of a knife that I've seen grown very popularly, that has been growing in popularity on social media recently. And they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to test out one of our knives? And I said, sure, go ahead and send me whatever and I'll see if I can fit it in. And so here we are with a TUO Cutlery. This is a cleaver style knife. It's their 7-inch Fiery Phoenix. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this comes in a fancy box, a little bit of padding. We've got a pocketwood handle immediately looking at me. We've got some German steel. All right, let's move that. Not much else in the box, but we've got a very tall hybrid cleaver style, kind of a rocker. Interesting profile on this knife. Let's go ahead and look at some of the specs on it. So what have we got here? This is a 7-inch cleaver. MSRP I think is about $34. You can get it right now on Amazon for I think $25 or $26 on sale. If you want to, you can go on their website, you can purchase them. I think you can go on Amazon. But I mean, if you want to make sure you get the right thing, the real thing, go ahead and go on their website, take a look at it. I'll put all the links in the description below so you can check it out. So we're looking at a German steel. I believe on the website they list it as an X50CR MOV15. I'm seeing a German steel 1.4116. It's a 7-inch cleaver. We're looking at a 56 hardness on it. Let's see any other markings. There's the model number. It is what they call a high carbon polished steel. Very thin profile. Very common. And then we've got the TUO emblem on the butt of the handle there. Okay, right near the palm. Oh, we got a 50-50 grind, so symmetrical grind on it. But what are you guys here for? To see how it cuts. And so let's check this out. And so it feels very handle heavy, although it is perfectly balanced right near the choil there. Fits great in my hand. Let's look at that rocking profile. Very pronounced curvature on it. And so if you're cutting with the center, it's going to do very well. I would imagine in terms of performance from there, that's going to be a very strong, very positive cut. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So again, we've got a pocketwood handle. Fit and finish it's very clean. It almost feels seamless. The pocketwood handle, maybe not necessarily my favorite of the style of handles. I tend to go for micarta because when those get wet, or even G10, whenever those get wet, they tend to get a little bit tackier, a little bit more grippy. Pocketwood can sort of be impacted by the elements, so when it gets wet, moisture in the air, things of that nature, you may see swelling or shrinking of pocketwood. So, but I mean, we're looking at a $25, $30 knife, and so yeah, it makes sense that they would use pocketwood versus something else. All right, let's go ahead and get into that cut. Ooh, very positive. A lot of strength in that cut. And so, very high profile, very tall knife, very tall edge. Again, guys, this is just an unboxing and first look at it. I'm not giving you guys a demonstration in terms of an instructional video on how to cut onions or cut anything for that matter. I am sitting down when I do this, and so I don't have the leverage to get the thinnest cuts, but I'm just checking to see how the initial sharpness and grind and how the symmetry and the edge feel whenever I'm drawing it through. And so while I'm not doing a demonstration, I am getting a good feel on how this knife cuts. And be aware that while I'm cutting through this onion, it is a down stroke. I'm not going towards my wrist. Some idiot made a comment about that, and so whatever. Let's get into this. We'll talk about the trolls later, right? There's always trolls. Anyways, who cares? Let's go ahead and get into the cutting here. It feels really good. A lot of power on that thrust. The edge itself lends very well because of the height to a lot more power in your cut. And so if you're cutting with this knife, you're going to get a lot of strength in those cuts. I really like the way it feels. I wish it had maybe a little bit more of a cutout in the choil there and maybe a little bit more polish. It just feels like these are some very sharp spots for your fingers, but at that price point, it is what it is, and it still feels very good, very quality. And so just cutting through some thin slices, again as a cleaver, and then we'll just do some slicing with the pull and a push cut. Very nice. All right, so very good performance so far on that knife. Let's go ahead and get rid of this evidence. They stink so bad in my office bedroom studio, and so I always end up having to apologize to the wife for this. Anyways, let's get into some lemon cutting here. I haven't done lemons very much in the past. I just started cutting them. You know why? Because I have a bag of lemons and I need to use them. That's why. And so we're just gonna see how it feels cutting through the rind. Let's go ahead and just do some slices here. And lemon isn't necessarily a thick. The thickness really comes in from the seeds that you typically will run into when you're cutting. That one was flimsy because I cut it weird. No worries. And so we'll just cut this one in half and do the same thing here. Just cutting slices. And I just want to see how the edge works, if there's anything that I'm running into in terms of symmetry or feel or performance, and it feels very good. Very powerful, positive knife. Let's get into something a little bit more delicate. While this isn't the most delicate, this isn't a very ripe tomato, and so it's gonna cut. It should cut through fairly cleanly without any issue. Wow. Yeah, for a cleaver, that's the other thing is, you know, with a cleaver, it feels really sharp. I like the tip on it. That's not very, I mean, it is common because the cleavers are more straight edge, but it feels very good, similar to a Kritske style. Anyways, very nice. Okay, we're just gonna finish that out. All right. Good cuts. Let's just push down on one. Yeah. Nice edge. Okay. Very sharp, nice edge for a $30 knife here, right? Which one are we gonna cut? Let's cut the big part. All right, so we're just gonna cut down. One more. Okay. Just gonna cut some little julienne strips. Rides up, comes off clean, not bad. That's the one thing you gotta worry about when you got such a pronounced belly, and that's all technique, is when you push down, since you've got so much gap between it, depending on how you cut with your knife, when you push down, you may not get completely clean through on some of it. So to combat that, you just make sure you pronounce your cuts, either with a push or with a pull. So yeah, it feels really good. I really like the way that this is cutting. I really like the way it feels. I wouldn't expect so much, but I mean, for the price point, it feels really good. I haven't seen any other manufacturers offer a similar profile and style like this at this price point. And so I'm kind of, dare I say it, I'm impressed. Doesn't take much to impress me, but when you do it well, I like it. The only thing I'd change is the handle. Give me another offering. Give me a micarta or a G10 style handle, maybe a little bit less bubbly. And you sell me on this knife 100 times out of 100. This one at this price, you know, I'm kind of sold on it. But again, that handle very beefy, so very nice cleaver. I really like it. What else can I say? I don't know. Good job. Double thumbs up. Awesome, TUO. So thank you guys for sending me this knife. I hope you viewers enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy me slashing through all these vegetables in my studio for you guys. Plenty more to come. As you can see, I probably got a couple more knives that I need to review for you. And so just keep your eyes peeled for that. Is that right? Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. As always, have a great day.